I have a package, and apologies if you heard my chair squeak. This is from Gav. I asked him to make me some pots, various sizes, with lids. Didn't matter what shape, didn't care, totally left it to him to sort. Use his talent, because, oh boy, I am in love. Not with Gav, sorry, with the pots. Oh, that's weird. He has packaged them really well, and I love them. I love them all, each and every one. The grain of them, the shape of them, the fact that some have got lids, and there's a couple of bowls. Now, what I do to them does not give them justice. But what I do to them, I don't actually do anything to them. I use them, because I asked him if he could make me some so I could make moulds of them. That way I've always got something for when I do miniatures. Now, I didn't want to use the originals in my miniatures because, well, they're just too pretty. And me, I just slap paint all over them. So, that's just no good. So he said, yeah, okay, any sort of size and that. I'm like, nope, just use your judgment, totally fine. And oh, they are just adorable. Look at this bowl, my god, it's so teeny tiny, and the wood, it is just stunning. I love it. You'll have to excuse my nails, I've had to chop them all down. It's just a mess. But there's, how many have I got all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't remember now. I really can't. I've got a few. I can't even remember how many I asked for. But these are gorgeous. 2 little bowls. And I couldn't help but touch them. They're just so smooth. Yeah, what I do to them doesn't make them smooth. Yeah. I'm going to say the heat made a big part of whatever happens. So, yeah, I'm going to have to use it with some different silicone and when it's cooler. But look at these. This one's just lovely. I can see pans, I can see casserole dishes, I can see fruit in them, I can even make pies in them. My imagination just ran rampant, so I can't wait to actually start using these. I mean, look at that. That's so nice. So pretty. Beautiful wood. I'm gonna have to make a little space just to store these in, so then they are used for what their purpose is, but to display them so I know where they are. I think that's making sense. But that one, look at that. Look how delicate it is. But it's not. It's tough as old boots. It's brilliant. The detail, the shine, the texture is just so smooth and perfect. And I knew I had to do that one. Had to see if I could do that one. And this one, I don't think this one I can get the lid off. No, I can't. My hands, oh no, I did that one. There's one I can't get the lid off, and I keep forgetting to get husband to open it for me. Because with fibro and carpal tunnel and whatever else is going off with my hands, and the neuropathy thing, I sometimes struggle even holding a piece of paper. As daft as it sounds, my hand cramps up and I can't get the paper out of my hand. I have to pull the paper out and then sort of prise my hand open. It's very odd. And this one is... So yeah, I was struggling with that lid. It wasn't anything to do with the actual pot itself, it was me. That is a bit of a taller one, and I just thought, ooh, maybe a hat box, or maybe a soup pan, or one of them hinged lid containers. So whatever I'm going to do with these, it's just going to be amazing. I could also put it upside down and use the bottom as the stand. Yeah, I don't know. But there's lots of ideas buzzing. This is the one I couldn't get open. My hands were like, no, done that. I've done the opening stuffs. You can pack it in. And it possibly could be because I was holding that knife. Thank you to all my members. You are all awesome sauce, and I love you. I'm now using just ordinary cutters and some sticky back plastic. Now, the sticky back plastic is not sticky enough to hold the pots down, so I do put on some double-sided sticky tape on the bottoms of each pot and lid, because I don't want the actual things to rise up and then the mould's going to be no good. So you do see me just placing them all down, but later on I am going to stick them down with tape because it's just not sticky enough. And I think whatever Gab's put on it, I can't remember if it was a wax or an oil, not sure, it makes it even less sticky. So this also could be the reason why these moulds haven't worked so well. It reacted to the silicone, maybe, I'm not sure. But either way, they don't look great, but they are still usable, especially in the attic, because it is an abandoned attic. So anything that looks a little mangled, a little bit rusty, it's just perfectly fine. In fact, you could almost say, I did it on purpose. Not. I'm using my glue gun now to go around the edges to stop any seepage. Does it stop the seepage? Majority, yes. All of it? No. I still get seepage. I missed a great hole, and I didn't notice. And I'm using any colour glue gun. I have got a drawer full of glue gun sticks. Red, blue, white, crystally, green, black. I like the black ones though. I plan on doing something with the black ones. I think somebody said they were gothic glue guns because they were black, and I like that idea. So yes. Oh, I've just had another idea. Green glue gun. Green candle. Ah, that will work for the attic to use in the other thing that Gav sent me, which is a beautiful candlestick. A little bigger than I expected, but I'm going to have it as a standing on the floor candlestick with maybe a pentagram or something underneath it. Like, I'm giving away secrets now. Oh, my ideas are starting to pop. Maybe I will actually get this finished. You never know. So I'm using this silicone. I do not remember where it's from, how I even got it, or what the brand name is. But it is decent stuff. It just didn't work on this occasion. Because like I said, I think the oil or wax and the heat reacted with the silicone, because this silicone actually cured a heck of a lot faster than it ever has done before, and it was so hot in this room. So I think next time I use it, I shall wait till it's raining outside and absolutely cold as heck. Because it's normally quite a good silicone. I've made many little tiny moulds. You'll see one as well, because I'm going to do some extras. There is an extra as well as the extras that I do, because, wow, I did too much resin. Who doesn't do that? People who measure, probably. I'm not good at that. I just think it takes up far too much time filling up your pots with water, your resin mould, with water. And then weighing or whatever you're doing with your water, it's just like, no. If I've got extras, just make them. Which is probably why I have the biggest box of trash in the world. Whoopsie. Yeah. I am going to do something with that. It may involve a hammer. In fact, I think it will definitely involve a hammer. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do, but I think some things need to be smashed. It might make me feel better too. I run out, so before it starts to cure, I'm just going to top it back up, and then now we've come to it being cured, which is roughly about 4 hours later. That's how fast it was. It was supposed to be like 12 to 24 hours. Yeah, no. It did it really quick. And this glue is like, well, hard. Couldn't pull it off. It would drive me nuts. So I had to cut it. And then I was getting hacked off because I didn't know which way to push my silicone. So I pushed it out the other way. And I'm just trimming off the excess because do I have one of those nail trimmers? Yes, I do. Do I know where it is? No, I don't. So, blade to the rescue. Now, it has picked up everything off that tray, and luckily I had the forethought of actually putting it in a tray before it started to leak. I did manage to cap the leak off. Well, no, actually, I didn't. I just kept scooping it up and putting it back in because it was sat right in front of me, and I was watching it for 4 hours like a fool. So yeah, there isn't much of a leakage, but it did leak. So if you're going to use the glue trick, then make sure you cover your holes. Make sure you cover all holes. That's just a sticky, double-sided sticky tape that I'm scratching off, and it's not making any difference to the actual wood. It's all still perfect. Now you can see the shapes, and I suddenly noticed that this one I just pulled out had got dots in the top of...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
We'll try that again. That's when I noticed we'd got little dots on the tops. Well, actually it's the insides when you look at it. So obviously with it being too hot, it didn't degas as well as it would normally. So the bubbles just popped on the surface of the actual wood. Yeah. So I've now got 3 very bubbly moulds. But, like I said, if I want to use them in something that looks a bit derelict, then it's perfect. It really is. And so I'm quite happy to use these again, but I do want ones that are perfect. So I will do it again when it's cooler. And this one, it needed a bit of a, yeah. Well, first off, it needed to get out of the actual casing because it was stuck. And I mean, stuck. And I'm guessing you can tell which one it is. Yeah, the one with the fancy lid. Yeah. It clung to that like there was no tomorrow. And the wood, I could get out. Easy peasy. After a bit of wiggle. And I was trying so hard not to snap that bottom bit off. But strong as an ox, this wood. It's brill. The resin one, however, is a little wonky now. Because obviously it wasn't left long enough to cure. So now I'm getting some resin. And I'm using T-Expert 1:1 and adding a bit of black. Now, I haven't used my Resiners dual head mixer because there's not much in here. Although there is too much in here because I only needed dots of resin. And I was going to pour it all in, but I know me and I knew I'd end up with it everywhere. So after I do these, I have to scrabble around looking for moulds. and I opened one of my Alex drawers to find one I hadn't used yet. It was still in the packet, and I thought, oh, let's try that. I'll have a quick go at that. And I've put some alcohol in because hopefully it'll get rid of some of the bubbles. It doesn't, because the bubbles are embedded. I just thought I'd tell you. Total spoiler alert there. So I am being very careful, or trying to be. One of them I do try and pour it in. Yeah, big mistake. So this is just a stick from craft resin from when I got the UV. That I haven't opened anymore because it doesn't stick. I mean, it doesn't cure very well. And I'm going through each one, trying not to overpour. But guess what? I overpour because I'm clumsy. And they are the tiniest things. I did fill in one and thought, oh, that's full. Turned round, and then it wasn't. I'm like, oh. I mean, you can see I shoved the stick straight into the hole so I could try and get rid of some of the bubbles that may occur. What I mean, may occur. Yeah, it does occur. That one I poured in nice, then I added too much because I'm a fairy. But I've made a right mess. Just chucking resin everywhere, but they clean up dead easy. Just peel them off when it's cured. But the holes, I did like to stick the stick in. And I think it's the one just underneath my hand that I had to refill because it just suddenly wasn't full anymore. It confused me. Don't take a lot. So I've nearly filled them all up. And I'm going to fill what did I fill? Oh, a lid for a cauldron. And you know, I can't actually remember what that is. I only did it the other day. It's some sort of pot. What sort of pot? Oh no, it's not. It's a teacup. I made myself a teacup. Yeah, and that didn't come out very well either because I forgot to stick my stick inside. Oh. So I'm going to put them on my G3 and let them cure. And here are my extras. This is the teacup. I didn't realise was a teacup until I pulled it out. And I didn't realise that was actually the saucer attached to the teacup until I realised it was a teacup. The handle hasn't quite come out right, so a little bit of glue gun will sort that out. I can still use it. That's the cauldron top, but they didn't get the bubble, so I'm just going to put a bead on the top. Now these are the middles to a flower. I do have the flower somewhere, but I thought they'd be great as putting in for like food. So I'm going to trim them all and put them in the pots like food and colour them like green, or well, I'm going to make them so they look yucky. And that is the teeny tiny fish that I made many moons ago. Well, I like that silicone, it's a lot nicer. But this is the extra make, and it's a bug. I hate bugs, but I love this. It's really cute, and I think that'll look lovely on my garden fence. So I'm going to attach it to my garden fence. I've already got a dragonfly out there and a lizard. So that's one part of the pot, but you can see they're terrible. They're nowhere near as good as what Gav did. You can see all the bubbles. The texture is awful, but if something's been abandoned and if they're metal, they go rusty, and when they go rusty they make all this bubbly effect. So it kind of works for that. Yeah, but they're not perfect, so they've got to be done again when it's cooler, so my silicone doesn't go off so fast. Trick to it is also, if you don't want to wait till it gets colder, put it in the fridge. Put your silicone in the fridge. It slows down the process and lets the bubbles escape better. Did I remember this beforehand? No, I did not. But I'm telling you now, so then I can come back to it myself, so I remember. Oh dear. But the funny shaped one, oh my, I do have to cut this one. So I get the other ones out first. And with it not being very big, I didn't do the zigzag cut, which is the easiest cut to seal back. So I'm just going to plainly cut down it. But that lid came out beautiful. It is wedged in there, so it does need to be popped out. A bit of a monkey. Oh, I didn't use my blade, I used my scissors. But if you just do a straight line, you can put some tape around it to hold it together. But I did notice this one, it was sealing back up lovely. And I don't think this one is going to be redone very often, because it's a bit tricky for me to get out. But the bottom did kind of stretch a little. So, are they perfect? Absolutely not. Are they usable? Definitely. Am I going to do it again? Yes. Please check out Gav's channel, because his stuff is fantastic. I've put everything in a little box, but the box is not big enough. Oh, and there's a piece of circle there off a camera, because I don't throw away anything. Not camera, watch. Oh dear. But yeah, there's loads. And I've got all his other bits and bobs in a bag underneath there with a star on top. So I'm going to take some photos and put a bit of colour on them. And if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, a like, a hype, subscribe, comment, blah blah blah, all the nice stuff. And don't forget to check out Gav's channel in the description box. He's very good with a lathe. Very good. So thank you all for being here, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye.